Hey, everybody, Anthony Morrison here. If you can hear me, just say yes in the chat box. Just put yes in the chat box for me. Very good. Welcome to the Success Connection. Let me turn on the webcam here. I'm glowing as usual. This computer screen is so bright. But congratulations on being here. Super excited to have all of you here. I know you can see I'm wearing my glasses again today. Always trying to do, what I can to maximize my ability to see, because it is very hard, to see with my contacts on sometimes. So let me just make sure I've got all of my Facebook alerts out. All right, everything is going off. Okay, great. Well, listen, I want to thank you guys for being here. If this is your first time on the Success Connection, I want to congratulate you on being here and welcome you. We'll take care of a quick little bit of housekeeping. You'll see some links on the screen here. We've got lots and lots of things that we're doing. If you're not following me on Facebook, there's a link on Facebook. If you're not a member of our Success Connection group, then you definitely want to become a member, because it helps you to get to choose kind of what we're going to be teaching, what we're going to be going over, and the direction that we go with the Success Connection really depends on your input and the things that you ask me to teach you. So again, right there on the screen, you'll see the link for the Facebook group. So just type that in, go to it, and request to join, and I'll get you approved here as quickly as possible. We're also doing something new. So a lot of you have been following me on Facebook, but not on Instagram. So what we're doing this week, and it should be a lot of fun, is we're actually going to do a giveaway of one of my softwares. I'm going to show you the software in a little while. It's $2,000 software. I'm going to give it to you completely free. I'm going to announce a winner. And all you have to do is be following me on Instagram and leave comments on my Instagram posts, right? And I don't mean just spam my Instagram. Look at the post and pay attention to what they say, and leave me comments. So my link to my Instagram is on the page here too. If you look down, go.dsc.com/Instagram. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But tonight, what we're going to do is, I know I told you that we were going to get on here and go over my mobile opt-in software, right? How many of you were here last week and heard that? Just say yes. Okay, so lots and lots and lots of people. I know that's what we told you we were going to do. I decided to delay the full demonstration of the mobile opt-in software until next week. And the reason is I've come up with what I think is going to be a more valuable training for you that would kind of be a precursor to that anyway. So what we've been talking about here on the Success Connection, and by the way, if you are new, the Success Connection really has nothing to do with any kind of training courses or softwares or anything that I sell. This is completely independent of everything. It's a training that I put together really to help you guys, to help my students grow as entrepreneurs, build their online businesses, and of course make money on the internet. We've done some phenomenal things. When we first started getting into our sales funnels and funnels where we promote ClickFunnels, we had over 300 people that made money promoting ClickFunnels using the funnels that I designed for you. We released our ambassador program back in January, and it's been insane. We had somebody make $1,000 this week that's never made any money at all before, and wrote me an email expressing how excited they were and those types of things. So there's tons and tons of opportunity, but this webinar and this training series is independent of everything that we sell and the courses that we provide. And this is truly just an additional bonus of free coaching that kind of takes its own direction and its own shape for all of my students. So congratulations on being here if you're brand new. Tonight is a great time to be here, because we are going to be giving away 3 free opt-in pages, okay? So there's going to be 3 free opt-in pages that are designed in different ways, okay? And this is the reason why I wanted to stop and have this particular training, okay? I want to talk to you a little bit about optimizing for your traffic source. Okay, now last week and in subsequent weeks or previous weeks, we've talked about how it's important, you know, in your funnel, right? When you're getting traffic, okay, so traffic is coming in and it comes into this opt-in page, okay, that's got some kind of capture form on here where you're going to get an email address, whatever, and then it's going to kind of break off and do two things. It's going to go to a thank you page where if you use some of our strategies, you obviously make money, and then it's also going to come down here and go into your email list, right? In which case you can start promoting different products and services and things and starting to make money, right? So from obviously from your email list, you can do solo ads, advertising, all kinds of things. So that's the stuff we've really been very focused on, I would say in the last, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks, right? And we've talked about optimizing this right here, okay? So we've talked about the optimization of your opt-in page many times. We talked about, and we've recently talked about optimize, and we've talked about mobile versus desktop, okay? And I showed you some results last week, okay? I showed you some results last week about how incredibly different your opt-in rate can be from one page to another if your traffic is coming in and it's mobile versus if that traffic is coming in and it's desktop, right? Completely different. And so when we build our opt-in pages, we want to optimize them. We want to have one that's phenomenally built for desktop. We also want to have one that's phenomenally built for mobile so we can increase our opt-in rates. Well, I was doing my Insider newsletter this week, and I'm not going to go into as much detail here as I do in my newsletter because, I mean, at the end of the day, that's the reason why we have it. My newsletter, it's like $10 a month. But what I do is I go through what we're learning in our business, and I share it with you before anybody else hears it, and of course in as much detail as I can. But it started me to thinking about, okay, we're on this path of building your list. We're on this path of building a list using solo ads. A lot of you are profiting from the Ambassador Club. A lot of you are profiting from different affiliate links. A lot of you are profiting now as solo ad providers. You're sending out solo ads for other people and getting paid to do it. And it all starts obviously with this part right here, which is you got to build your list, right? So that's the key. So the higher the percentage here, right? If we can get the highest percentage possible to put their email address in that box, it's going to give us a bigger list and it's going to make us more money. So we've talked about optimizing your pages for mobile versus desktop, but here's my question. What about optimizing for the traffic source that's coming in, right? And this is where things get a little bit different, okay? So I'm going to give you a quick overview, all right? A quick overview of kind of what I talked about in my newsletter. And the reason I'm doing this is because I think this is going to help you to better understand that in your business, especially when you're just building your list, it's not all about how do I make just one single page, okay? You need multiple resources, and I mean, at least if you want to fully optimize, okay? So let me just kind of break it down for you, all right? What if you are advertising on Facebook, okay? So if you've got Facebook traffic coming to your page, what do we know about Facebook? The first thing we know is that most of the traffic is mobile. Okay, so we know that most people use Facebook as a mobile user, okay? So most traffic is mobile. All right, the second thing that we know is that it's very refined, it's very targeted, very target-friendly traffic. What that means is that Facebook gives you so much information about the users when you build your ads that you know if that user is 18 years old with college experience, with, you know, married with 3 kids and looking for a job. I mean, you know pretty much anything and everything about the person because Facebook gives you that targeting option. So we know that it's a very targeted user. We also know that there's at least some level of interest in your product or your offer. Okay, and how do we know that? Well, we know that because a person is surfing on Facebook, playing, talking to their friends, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they're just hanging out, and they see an ad from your, from you on Facebook, and they respond to that ad, and that's how they end up on this page, right? So it might look something like this. This is, this is Facebook. Okay, and there's all these things in the news feed, and then you've got some, stuff over here, and this happens to be you right here. They click it, and then when they click it, they go to your opt-in page. Okay, and what's really happening here is they're in this environment, right? They're in this Facebook environment, and you interrupt what they're doing. You interrupt them, but you interrupt them and require them, okay, and this is the important part, to take an action to get to this page, okay? So a Facebook user has to take one action to get to your page, all right? So this is, I want you to keep that in mind. Users must take one action to get to your page. All right, so what does all of that actually mean? Well, here's what it means. It means that you've interrupted somebody in something that they were doing, right? It's kind of like if somebody comes and knocks on my door, if it's the middle of the day, and they come and knock on my door, I might stop what I'm doing and listen to what they have to say for a second. But if they don't catch my attention and show me massive amounts of value really quickly, I'm liable to say, hey, look, I'm busy, right? I've got something I've got to do. I can't talk to you right now, right? Please come back another time, or I'll see you later, whatever you want to call it, because I was in the middle of doing something. Does that make sense, everybody? Just say yes. Okay, so the user must take this one action, but it is a defined action, meaning they see the ad, you've targeted them, you kind of know that that ad is relevant to that user, and so they're taking an action that you kind of predetermined they would take. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? Okay, very good. All right, so we have that. Now, what about Google traffic? Okay, so you have Google traffic. Now, here's something that's interesting about Google. We don't talk about Google, and it's Google, Yahoo, any kind of search traffic. All right, think about this. Users must take two actions to get to your page. Now, why is that? Well, because the first thing they have to do is be actively searching for a keyword that is relevant to your business, to your page, to what you're offering. So if you built one of these opt-in pages, like if you use one that I'm going to give you in just a little while, and you were to take that opt-in page and go and create a Google ad and place it on the internet, and when somebody types in the keyword, free book on email marketing, boom, this page comes up and says, we've got a free book on email marketing. And then the user has to first search for that. Then they have to choose to click on your ad on Google. Does everybody see how that's two actions? First, they have to search for it. Second, they have to click on it. Does that make sense? Just say yes. Okay, very good. I see lots and lots of yeses. Okay, I want you to look at something. Intent. This is the biggest word that you can that I can come up with for search traffic that makes it different than Facebook traffic or any other traffic. The user had intent to find what you had. You didn't interrupt what they were doing on Facebook. They were talking with a friend, posting a picture, and happened to see this ad from you. And because they saw the ad, they had a reaction, right? They reacted to the ad, clicked it, and went to the page. maybe that was a spontaneous reaction, right? Maybe you just had a really good ad and you broke their train of thought, their attention span, it went to you, but they can easily go right back to what they were doing. With Google traffic, it's intent-based, it's intent-driven. What that means is they had the intention of finding whatever it is that you're providing, right? No matter what it is, free book on internet marketing, free lessons on how to survive the next apocalypse, whatever the case may be, right? All these different niches that we have, they have the intent, okay? This means they are, well, I would say they are just a higher quality traffic because this person is very interested in what you're providing, okay? We didn't interrupt a pattern where they were doing something else. We literally brought them in because we knew they were interested. So this is Google traffic, okay? Of course, it is still, you know, it's still keyword targeted, right? So keyword targets. So you're still able to use keywords to target that traffic, all right? So that's Google traffic. Then we have solo ad traffic, okay? This would be the lowest quality not very target driven. I'll explain all these. Usually the cheapest, okay, so it's usually the cheapest and the most guaranteed. And it's what you're going to find is that they have short attention spans. Okay, short attention spans. So what does that actually mean for solo ad traffic? Okay, so let's kind of break this down and see what this means. Because I know that we've been talking about, how many of you are like, wait a minute, Anthony, we've been talking about solo ads forever, and now all of a sudden you're saying it's the lowest quality and it's the cheapest and it's not very target driven, and what's wrong with you? Well, all of that is true, right? I'm not going to lie to you. Solo ad traffic, it's very hard to target the solo ad traffic because what you're essentially doing, as we've talked about before, is you're going out and you're finding somebody else that has an email list, and you're trusting when they say this email list is good for internet marketing type products or good for dating products, whatever the case may be. You're trusting that that's true. You're trusting that that's how they built their list. You're trusting that that's what they usually send to their list. And for the most part, solo ad providers are honest in that regard because they want to send something to their list that makes sense to their list. They don't want their list to start just unsubscribing and leaving them. But we still don't know how that person got on that list. We don't know, you know, what that actually means, right? What that actually does to I guess, to the person. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand that? Okay, very good. So I see that now. So it's the lowest quality that's possible because of that regard, because it's not targeted. Now the upside to solo ads is that it's usually the cheapest traffic, okay? It's usually the cheapest type of traffic you can buy and the most guaranteed. If you go put an ad on Google, you're not really guaranteed to be able to get 100 clicks if you want 100 clicks. If you want to test getting clicks to your opt-in page and see what that opt-in page converts at, you can't just say, Google, give me 100 clicks and then show up the next minute, right? You can do that with solo ads. Same thing with Facebook. And the prices are higher. Typically on Google and on Facebook, you're going to pay way more than just 50 cents to get a lead or a subscriber or a click, right? It's just way more expensive than that. And so for that reason, solo ads become a very good option for all of us when it comes to marketing and building our email list. Because those same people that are on solo ads will end up on Google and Facebook and all that throughout time. We just aren't capturing them there. Now, the last part that I talk about in here, short attention spans. This might be the most important part for you to pay attention to. They have short attention spans. What that means is, look, if I'm on Facebook, okay, and I see an ad. So let's just kind of draw out these scenarios real fast, because I want you all to see this. All right, so let's just talk about the Facebook, Facebook scenario. All right, if I'm optimizing my landing page, all right, somebody sees this is, this is Facebook, okay, and they see an ad. All right, so this is my ad. All right, and it says something like, free book, right? Free book, learn email marketing. All right, and maybe it has a picture of my book here, right? So it has a picture of my book. All right, that's one thing. Then you've got Google, okay? So you've got Google, and so you got all these Google results. So this is Google, right? And somebody types in the box here, email marketing, right? They want to learn email marketing. This is, of course, assuming you're giving away a free email marketing book. And then they have this little thing that says ad, get my free email guide now, right? Whatever the case may be. All right, so that becomes my ad. Now with solo ads, okay, a user is opening up their inbox, right? This is their inbox. And they've got all these emails, right? So you have like all those lines in your inbox, where you're looking at all these different emails. And you've got one that says like, open now. All right, and that's the subject line. All right, I want you to tell me something, okay? I want all of you to tell me something. If you were to respond to this ad here or this link here, would you expect to see something about a free email marketing book? Yes or no? Okay, I see lots and lots of yeses. If you were to respond to this one, if you were to open up this email, do you have any clue that you're opening up an email that's giving you a free book on email marketing? Yes or no? No, that's right. So what's the difference? The difference is that with Facebook and with Google advertising, you are doing what we call pre-framing. Okay, these two are pre-framing your offer. Okay, these pre-frame the offer. What that means is that people can see the free book, they hear about the free book, they watch a video about the free book, they read an ad about the free book before they respond to the ad. Whereas with solo ads, it's more general. This is a more general type of advertising. It's learn internet marketing, make money on the internet, be healthier, right? Whereas over here on Facebook and Google, it might be learn email marketing, learn Facebook marketing, learn how to optimize your pages, learn how to build sales funnels, learn the 3 steps to this new keto diet that's going to help you be healthier, right? It's more framed from the ad before they get to the page. Does that make sense to everybody? All right, very good. So again, we're now looking at Facebook, Google, and solo ads, 3 of the largest ways and the best ways that you can now advertise. All right, when somebody responds to each one of those ads, we obviously want to have our first level of optimization. We want to have our mobile and our desktop. Okay, and then if we're on Google and we do it, we want to have mobile and we want to have desktop. And the same thing happens over here with your solo ads. You have mobile and you have desktop. Okay, so can everybody see that at this point in time, the first optimization that we're doing is when somebody responds to our ad, we split it out. If it's mobile, it goes to one variation. If it's desktop, it goes to the other. That way they can actually see what it is that we're promoting. All right, everybody's cool with that. We talked about that last week. All right, here's where it gets a little trickier and a little different. You see, when you are doing a Facebook ad and driving people to a Facebook page, there are elements on that page that you may not use on other pages. Let me show you. This page might include graphics of the book. Okay, so it might include graphics of the book because we did say free book, right? It might include branding. So what that would mean is if it's me, or if it's you, or if you are promoting another company, you put some kind of branding. You want this to look high end, and then of course you want to be able to get a quick opt-in. Okay, so what that means is we're trying to build a page that will show high quality legitimacy, okay, because they are coming from Facebook. And we want to show kind of the graphic, if there's a graphic like for a book or a DVD series or whatever the case may be, because we want people to be able to see this, okay? And then, of course, we just have a mobile version, you know, mobile friendly of this same page, okay? Now, if they're coming down and they're coming from Google, we might give them more info. This is where we might use, we call them bullet points. So I always abbreviate bullet points, B points. You might put some bullet points, you know, facts and pros for the book, right? What's in the book? Why would you want the book? All of those types of things. You know, still have a graphic and your opt-in. Here's the thing. The reason for this, okay, and then of course you'll do a mobile friendly version as well, okay? And the reason for this is you got to remember, the person that's Googling something, when you Google something, aren't you looking for as much information as you possibly can on it? Just say yes if that makes sense to you. Like, you are looking for information. You're not just trying to get the next free book because you saw it and it interrupted what you were doing. You truly want the information. That's why on a page that's used on Google, we might want to give more information about the free book, right, and what they're going to learn in it, because they're one click back from seeing 15 other free books on email marketing and advertising for other companies that offer the same thing. Whereas on Facebook, that's not the case. Remember, on Facebook, they saw an ad, okay? They saw an ad on Facebook, they clicked the ad. But that doesn't mean that there's 15 other ads for free email marketing books on Facebook. Does that make sense to everybody? So this is it. Like, this is the one they saw. It's not like they get to go back and to compare pros and cons and all that kind of stuff. They saw this ad, they see this free book, they opt in and they get it. On Google, that's not the case. On search advertising, they can click the back button and there's going to be 7 or 8 more people that are advertising free books. Or, you know, what the same thing you're doing. We're talking about obviously giving away my book, Email Profits, like your Email Profits, which is in the funnels that I give you guys and allow you to give that book away. And the reason that Google is a great source of traffic is simply that it's so targeted and such quality. But on the flip side, a page that converts really well on Facebook may not convert as well on Google, because on Google, we want to give more to people on the page. They're truly interested. They came there with that word that we talked about earlier, intent. They came there with the intent of finding what they were looking for. They did not just get interrupted doing something and then get interested by accident or by chance. So there's 2 different types of people that we're dealing with. And in the ones that have the intent, we want to show them the value of what we have to offer. Now, with solo ads, we want to be, and this is what we always try to talk about, that less is more, no brand, no images, and engage. All right, so we talk, and then of course we want to have mobile friendly version as well. Okay, so we talked a little bit about this last week. So we've got 3 different ones. We've got the desktop version here, We've got the desktop version here. We've got the desktop version here. Now, all of these, okay, look, well, first of all, with solo ads, here's the thing. Those people did not see an ad from you or about a free book or anything, right? They saw an email that says open now. It's very general in nature. So you want to keep the page very general in nature. If you put a lot of images and things like that, for instance, we talked about it last week. If you say, you know, opt in now to get your email profits, which is a book, right? So if you put that into the box, right, and if that's on the page, well, then you've alienated anybody that might be interested in learning Facebook marketing or might be interested in learning optimization and all that. And even though you might teach all of that in the book, even though whatever offer you're promoting or whatever you're giving away might teach all these different things, with solo ads, since we can't target people that type in email marketing, Facebook marketing, optimization, building funnels, since we can't target that, we want to keep it general, right? Learn to make money on the internet. Learn to build your internet business. We want it to be general in nature because the more general it is, the more people it will appeal to. And with solo ads, we're casting this big, big net and we're just kind of throwing, right? And we're saying we're going to catch somebody. Whereas with Facebook, we cast a much smaller net and we throw it out there to a group that we kind of know might be interested in sticking, right? And with Google, we don't even do that. We just put the net out and we let people come to it. Does everybody see the difference in those three types of things? Just say yes in the chat box for me. All right. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses coming in. How many of you, give me a rating so far on tonight's Success Connection, 1 through 10, 1 through 10. What are you thinking? Are we doing good? Are you enjoying the content? Are you enjoying the training? Are you learning a lot? If you're watching this on Facebook, please leave us some comments. Click the share button or the like button or something, and let other people, if you think they would, your friends and people that you know would like to learn this kind of stuff, bring them on in, let them watch it, and hopefully they'll become students and be able to hop on the actual live webinar. So I see lots and lots of people enjoying this. Now, here's the thing. All of these pages, okay, all of these pages can funnel down, okay, into one thank you page. See? So you don't have to go build a thank you page for each one of these or anything like that. You can funnel them down to one thank you page, or like I said, some of you do thank you pages. Some of you might, you know, redirect to an affiliate offer, right? We talked about redirecting to, you know, we actually talked about redirecting to a solo ad buyer link so that you can literally buy a solo ad, get an opt-in, then redirect that person over to a solo ad buyer, you know, that's bought solo ads from you, and boom, you make money. The point is that all of these versions can go anywhere, right? But there is a huge, huge difference in the opt-in percentage, okay? The opt-in percentage. This, okay, is the biggest key. It's like Christmas. This is the biggest key to your business. It's when that traffic comes to these pages, how many of those people are truly going to opt into these boxes. So let me show you something. We've been drawing for a while. Let me show you a little something that we have been doing ourselves, okay? So let me pull this up real fast. And it's going to shock you when you see the difference in the stats and the difference in the things that we've really come up with here. So if you take a look, this is one of my funnels that we run on Facebook all the time. Our ambassadors have access to all three of these funnels. Okay, so this is our ambassador funnels right here. The clean opt-in funnel, which looks like this. I want to show you guys this. This is what I am personally running on Facebook. Okay. Now, if you look at it, what you'll notice is the book image is very small. Okay, there's not a lot to it. We keep it very, very small. We don't talk a lot about what's in the book. We highlight one simple thing, and that is 3 simple steps to building your email marketing business. Boom. Okay. We give this instantaneous gratification here. We say it's available instantly. And then we try to make this look feel, and appear very legit, okay? Because remember, people are getting advertised to constantly on Facebook. We want them to see that our page is legitimate. How do we do that? Well, it's real simple. We put, like we put our, from my fan page, my little like thing on here. You can do that too, even if you have a very small fan page. We go on and put our logo for our company on here. We do something to try to make this page look legit. And of course, since it's my brand, we put my face on it. If it wasn't my brand and it was your brand, we could put your face, or we could take the image off and maybe put the book over on the side and make it a little bigger. The point is we want to have branding here, right? But there's not a lot of information. Would all of you agree that there's not a ton of information telling you what you're really going to learn in this book? You say yes? It's just a basic 3 steps to building your email business. All right, I see lots of people saying yes. So it's very basic in nature when it comes to that. All right, then we have this version right here. Now, this is the first version that I ran. A lot of you will recognize this because I've given you all this template. I've given you all this funnel right here, this exact funnel, just with a different book cover. But all of you have this this particular funnel. If you don't, I'll give it to you a little bit later tonight once we wrap things up. You'll get access to all of my funnels for free. So we've got this funnel. But can all of you see how this funnel has more information about what you're going to look for in the book? It says, discover the exact formula I used to make my first dollar as an email marketer. Use my simple 3-step formula that I've used to generate over $25 million sending emails. I'll show you behind the scenes how I built the most profitable email list on the planet, and then, of course, how you can as well. You'll get a free live training workshop with me once you get instant access. This has the bullet points and the information, and it's a little deeper. That there's more content, more text, more what is this? What am I going to learn in this book than the other page. This is a page that looks like it would convert well on Google, because for Google, we want to really highlight that book, and we want to focus on the benefits of getting the book. Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots of yeses. And then there's a third funnel, our third funnel page. Okay, and it's this one. Now, we talked about this one last week, and I gave you guys this one. Now, I want you to look at this. Have you struggled with building your own successful online business? What do you need the most help with? And then it gives you a survey question, asks you to put your email address in and continue. Here's the thing. Inside of my book, Your Email Profits, I teach you how to find profitable offers, how to eliminate the technical stuff that's causing you headaches, how to get traffic, and then, of course, I teach you what it is that you don't know that you need to be taught yet, right? Because if you don't know anything about email marketing, well, then everything in the book is new to you. If you were to fill out this survey or select one of these options and click continue, you would land on the exact same thank you page, which is right here. You would land on the exact same thank you page. I'm only going to bring this up for a second because there's a video on it. But you would land on this thank you page right here that starts to bring you this book and then promotes a different offer. Here's the thing. This page should do really, really well with solo ads, because as you can see, there's not a lot of images. We don't talk about email marketing or what specifically we're doing. We talk about building your online business. We engage the person that clicked on that email by asking them to answer a question. We follow all the rules that I told you to follow in the sheet when we were drawing it out. I want you to look at the stats on this. This is what's going to shock you beyond anything you can imagine. We have these pages down here for our ambassadors, okay? We also have these pages again up here called Optin and then Clean Optin that I'm running on Facebook, literally for Facebook traffic. I'm going to show you the stats. So we're going to pull the stats up here, and hopefully they'll load. ClickFunnels was having trouble loading the stats earlier. So hopefully by tonight, this is all cleared up and it will load. So give it just a second. Perfect. Okay, so you can see that these are recent stats, okay? Very recent stats. All right, I want you to take a look at something down here. All right, let's look at those opt-in pages for our ambassadors, okay? Let's see. Let's see. Let me make sure that I've got Brett recording our webinar. Brett, just want to make sure that you're recording on your end, because GoTo just gave me a notification that we are running out of space. We want to make sure everybody gets their recording. Here, let me text Brett. Hopefully he's still on here with us. Let's see. Okay, so Brett says he's got it recording. All right, I know that you guys like your replay, and GoTo just, I've never seen that before. It looks like we'll need to delete some stuff from the past. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Okay, so look at these different pages for our ambassadors. Here's something that's very interesting. Most all of our ambassadors are using solo ad advertising. Okay, I want you to look at the amount of traffic. It's not a small amount. And then look at the opt-in percentages that our that our ambassadors are getting from solo ads. I want you to look at this. So in the last week, our ambassadors have generated, let's see, 6,000, 7,500, 8, 9, almost 10,000 subscribers to their email list using my funnels. But look at the opt-in rates. The survey page is converting at 58%. 58%. That would be that page right there, which automatically redirects, so we have to close it down. But it would be 58%. The clean opt-in page is converting at 37%. That's the let's see, that is this page right here. Okay, converting at 37%. This page right here is only converting at 20%. 20%. It's the furthest away from being general and basic as you can possibly get. It's literally talking about email, showing you the email book, giving you information that you may not want, all of that. For our opt-in pages going through solo ads, look at the difference that your business would make going from that page to the other page. That's a 38% difference. That's 380 additional subscribers for every 1,000 people that come to your site. It's insane. We're actually getting almost a 60% opt-in rate on that survey page when using it with solo ads. Okay, now I want you to look at this. Up here, what you will see is the opt-in percentage that I am getting from Facebook on these same pages. Now, I don't run the survey page on Facebook because Facebook doesn't like ambiguity. Facebook likes you to show a user exactly what they're going to get, right? So that's the reason why the only pages that I run on Facebook are this one and this one. That's it. So let's look at my results. The clean opt-in page, which is this one right here, okay? It is getting an 83% opt-in rate. 83%. That's pretty dang high. But do you see how much higher that is than the 37% that it gets from solo ads? Does everybody see that? That's a 57 or almost a 50% difference in the opt-in rate on the same exact page, just looking at traffic from solo ads versus traffic from Facebook, right? Now, also on Facebook, we run the regular opt-in page. You can see it right here. It's getting a 55% opt-in rate. You can see it right there on your screen. I'll try to make these a little bigger. Maybe you can see this a little better with it bigger. But you can see right here, 58 or 55.88%. When running an ad on Facebook, if I just simply use my new version of my opt-in page, I get almost a 30% bump in conversions. 30%. Okay, that means every 1,000 people that click on my Facebook ad, I'm going to get another 300 people to opt in on my email list that I can now make money from. That is huge. That's like a massive game changer. What I want to focus on tonight and what my real point is that you have to have, or you should have, if you want to have, massive amounts of success, you should have pages that are optimized, okay, for each type of traffic source that you're running traffic to. What you don't want to do is just say, okay, well, this page worked really good. Can you imagine what would happen if I looked at this and I said, wow, we got 83% of the people to opt in on this. This is going to kill it. And I just run solo ads to that because I say, well, there's no way I can beat that. It's 83%. Well, look what would happen. By the time I start running my solo ads, I would be losing out on an additional 20% of opt-ins because that survey opt-in does better to that type of traffic. Now, we're going to spool up a Google campaign. I was planning to do it this week, but as a lot of you know, my dad's been really sick. We've had to make some really tough decisions and some really hard decisions here this week with him. And yeah, it's just not the easiest thing in the world to do. So I haven't had a chance to get a Google campaign going, but we're going to. The plan is to get a Google campaign going up. And my indication is that the page with all the information on it is going to do the best on Google, because Google is going to want, the people on Google are going to want more information than just, here's a book, get it for free. So my idea is that if you use, and the reason I wanted to share this with you all tonight, and the reason I kind of went back and said, okay, let's go through this. If you look at this, the opt-in percentages, if I had just run that single opt-in page, you know, very first version, would have been so much lower on all of these traffic sources. It would have cost me thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, thousands of people hitting all of these points right here, which is where the profit is, right? This is where your profit is. And I wouldn't have them there, all because I did not optimize for it, okay? All because I just said, oh, well, this page worked on Facebook, so it must work on Google, or it must work on solo ads. See what I'm saying? Now, the second optimization, of course, we've talked about is you want to go optimize mobile, right? So you want to take each one of these pages and optimize them for mobile users. Now, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this because I'm giving away 3 new funnel pages that I want to give you and let you guys test. But what we will do is next week, talk more because you guys voted and said, you know, the biggest thing that everybody wanted was paid ads. Like, how do we do paid advertising to generate leads? And then also a mobile workshop to show you the best way to profit off mobile traffic, since there's a ton of mobile traffic. So what I'm going to do is teach a 4 to 6 week workshop on mobile traffic, what to do with mobile users, how to build an email list with people that we know are on their mobile phones, and then how to turn that into revenue really quickly. How many of you like that? Just say yes. We had a huge vote from last week to this week, and there are tons and tons and tons of people that said they like both of those. So I'm going to intertwine them both. I'm going to show you how to do paid ads and just how to build your mobile, your mobile list, right? Your mobile email list to profit off mobile traffic. But the optimizing for mobile here, okay? What we're going to do is next week I'm going to show you a little deeper into what we've built with our mobile opt-in software, okay? So I've built a couple of campaigns here. This is what I use for mobile traffic. I might can this a little bigger. I use a different software for my mobile traffic only because I optimize this on a level that you can't optimize it anywhere else. What we do is we go in, let me just kind of show you what it looks like here. And we've added this template. So for those of you that have mobile opt-in, this template is now available for you. But you can see that inside of mobile opt-in, we built the same solo ad opt-in page. You can see the same thing is there that we have in ClickFunnels. The only difference is, as you note, there's no opt-in box. There's nothing there to type in. And that is because with mobile opt-in, what we do is we allow you, when they click that continue button right there, mobile opt-in actually goes into their cell phone, gets the email address that they have in their phone, and says, hey, we want that email address. And we pull the email address that's stored in their phone out, and that's the email address that we use and put on your email list. What this does is it prevents typos, it prevents all kinds of mistakes, typos, secondary email addresses, and it prevents just complete fake email addresses, right? This is one of the optimization techniques that I use to build my list at even greater links and greater rates than just making a page that looks good on mobile. Because a lot of times people say, well, let's optimize for mobile, and that just means let's make it look good. But again, a mobile user is walking around doing stuff. They're used to just tapping, right? They're not really used to having to sit there and type. This allows them to just tap a button, and everything is done for them. Because the email address is already stored in the cell phone. Why would we then go make the user type it if we could just access it from the phone? Of course, it's completely legal. They have to approve it and all that good stuff. But this is what I use to build my mobile email list. Here's what's interesting about mobile opt-in is you'll find that you can get really high opt-in rates. You know, call it, let's just say 83%, right? On this. That's great. That's phenomenal. Here's the one thing you've got to remember. There's a good portion of that 83% that's fake. It's just the way it is. People are going to put email addresses in to try to see if they can get the free book without getting your emails. There's a big portion of it that's secondary email addresses. People that are putting in an email address that they can check, but they never do check. And then there's a portion that puts in typos, right? They literally they try to get it, they misspell their name. A lot of you do that when you order our products. You put in your email address while you're buying something and you type it in wrong. This happens all the time. So what we found is that with mobile opt-in, we eliminate all that. Every single subscriber that we get is a real subscriber. 100% of the time, never fails, right? It can't be fake because they would have to have a fake email address stored in their phone as a default email address. So I guess I can't say never fake, but I've not seen that happen. What that does is that gets you more value for the subscribers that you get, because now a person doesn't get the choice to give you fake information, right? And by taking that choice away from them, we increase the value of your email list. We increase the number of clicks, the number of opt-ins, the number of real subscribers that you get, which increases the amount of money that you make. Now, next week, what we'll do is we'll go through a full demonstration of it. And if some of you want to start using it, you can. Of course, if you want to start using it before then, there's a full webinar demo and everything inside of your members area that you can click on and watch. I wanted to get the meat of this training to you this week before we move into the full-blown, let's go with our mobile workshop, let's go with our paid ads, like here's how to use Instagram and Facebook and all this to generate subscribers and leads. By the way, here's how to really profit from mobile. I wanted to show you all the different optimizations that can be done, because this is how you truly build your business. You know, there's a lot of people that sit up here and teach you how to do something real simple. They'll waste your time on a Thursday night and say, here, look, here's this cool little page, build it, and they'll come, right? That's not 100% true. As you can see, if you build it here and then you build it a little differently here and a little differently there, you can build a massively successful business instead of one that's struggling. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes? Okay, very good. So next week, I'll show you how to plug in mobile opt-in to your business and how to take this mobile opt-in software, because you can build all this out. I mean, you can go in here and, you know, change this, you know, make it bold, make it not bold, you know. This is just like a ClickFunnels, but it only builds mobile optimized for mobile opt-in, right? So you can't go build a bunch of stuff, but we have tons and tons of templates for all kinds of different things. If you're doing e-commerce, you know, we've got e-commerce styles templates. If you're building your different funnels, you know, we've got those in here that we've added. So, you know, you can select funnels and it'll just add it down here for now, but you can see we've got some of these, you know, some of these funnels that we've put in and different things like that. So we've got lots and lots of different things built into mobile opt-in so that you can build and use essentially what I'm using. But for today, let's take a look at the new funnels that I have built for you. And all of you will get these for free. All right. So you all know that we gave you solo ad, the solo ad page, we called it best page, which was the survey page. What I've done is I've built a few versions of this for you. Okay. So I'm going to show you those versions real quick. Let me just kind of close these. All right, we'll pull that one up. I'm going to show you all the different versions, and then we'll give you all these versions for free. And I'll show you why we built these versions as well. So it's kind of an important twist in the marketing here. All right, let's see. All right, so we have one version here where we put the free book up in the top left-hand corner. We didn't change a whole lot on the page. We changed the timer to make the timer a little bit bigger. But we put this image up here. Now, depending on what you're promoting, if you're promoting a free book or if you are using one of my free books that I've given you, you can just change out that image in 2 seconds in ClickFunnels and have the correct free book up there, okay? This is the template version that allows you to now integrate some of that free, like, here's the book, right? This would be a great page to use on something like Facebook if you're trying to kind of integrate the survey field of things, but also have the image, right? You also have the ability to add a little tagline down here. So I left this in here for you to have 2 options, right? Have you ever failed at building an online business? You might put something in here that says, you know, have you tried email marketing? You know what I'm saying? So you might edit this to make it, of course, I always give you guys the options to make these your own with the content so that you can use whatever you might want. Then there's this one. You'll notice that down here is where we added the free book. I know these things seem silly to you, and you might sit there and say, well, Anthony, that's not that big of a difference. It's a huge difference. Because if I'm looking at this, and of course, you know, I made this a little bigger and everything, but if I'm looking at this and I see this free banner and this book down here while I'm faced with putting my email address in, I may be more likely to put it in. This may only give you a 1% bump or a 2% bump in your opt-in rate. But as email marketers, as digital marketers, when we're building our business, 1 to 2% can be the difference in failure and success, which is why we try everything. I've also got this version, which doesn't have any of that in it. What I did was I took all the images off the front, off the top. So this was your original version here. For those of you that didn't know, this was your original version. The timer is a little smaller. We've also got this featured in thing. So what I did was I took that away, all right? I moved this up the page and I just have a bold boom right in their face to see if this gives us a little better credibility, if this makes people opt in faster. And then we built this version right here. This version is changing colors. We've changed to blues and greens. This is an image. We had to rebuild this image right here in blue, and then we matched everything up. Sometimes colors make a huge difference. You never really know until you test. That's why you refine what page works the best. Just like I showed you earlier, what page works the best on each traffic source. Then once you figure out which page design kind of works the best, now you start playing with little bitty elements. How about blue instead of, you know, tan and red? How about we add a little bitty picture of the book at the top of the page, or a little picture at the bottom? Or maybe we put the little countdown timer in the middle. We do little bitty things that hopefully give us 1 and 2% increases. Because here's the thing, you're never going to get a massive increase on any traffic source, Facebook, Google, you know, solo ads. You're never going to get anything any bigger than what you saw from changing the complete design of the page, going from, say, a survey to a page that has all kinds of information to a page that, you know, doesn't really have a whole lot, just a picture of me. Those are massive, massive differences, right? Big game changers for your business. Now what you do once you've found that is you dive in and you go to the little bitty things that make big differences, right? Or little differences, but together make a big difference. So can we get another 2 to 3% increase by just changing the colors because this is something that feels better to people? That's what we're looking for here. Can we get a better opt-in rate by just showing the book at the bottom, right? Nothing's changed. Just show this free book at the bottom. Can we get a better opt-in rate by showing it up here at the top? Those are the types of things that we want to do, and we've added those funnels to this page for you. So we're going to give you all of these funnels completely free tonight so that you can begin using these in your business, right? And then what we're going to do is next week, we will spend our session going through mobile opt-in, and I'm going to give one person access to mobile opt-in completely free next week. So we are going to do a free mobile opt-in giveaway next week. One person probably at the very beginning of the webinar. So what that means is if you're one of those that likes to hop on 30 minutes late, that's not going to be good for you. I think at the very beginning of the webinar, we're going to open it up, and I'm going to give mobile opt-in to one lucky person next week completely free to start using in their business. Because I'm always looking to do something to inspire you, to educate you, and to kind of push you and drive you towards having the success that I know you can have and the success that I know you want to have, right? And so I think that's a great opportunity. So this week, we will open up mobile opt-in for you guys to start using. All right, so you'll get some emails that'll tell you we're going to open up access to mobile opt-in for you to start using. I'm going to give mobile opt-in away for free to one lucky person at the beginning of the webinar. So that means I would get on maybe 10 minutes early because, you know, we always fill up anyway. So get on early. And then we are going to start our mobile and basically our combination of mobile and paid lead generation domination. We're going to call it Mobile Domination Workshop Series. And what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we teach you how to drive mobile traffic, how to generate email subscribers from mobile traffic, and how to use Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and even Google to get mobile traffic to your pages and get them in to opt in at the highest possible rate. How many of you are excited about that? Just say yes. All right, I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. Very, very good. Well, listen, what we're going to do is I'm going to pull up our page here, and I'm going to ask you to write this website address down. All right, so for those of you that are new, write this website address down right here. All right, write it down right this minute. go.vsc.com/funnel. I'm going to give you exactly, I've started timing myself because I'm always having to go to the hospital and things. I'm timing myself right now. I'm going to give you 20 more seconds to write this website address down, and we're not going to talk about it anymore. This is where you're going to get your free funnels. This is where you're going to be able to get access to all those funnels that I just gave you. Write that website address down. We've got about 8 seconds left. 5 seconds. It's go.vsc.com/funnel. You can see it right there on the screen, and time's up. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that anymore. That is where you will get all of your free funnels. So what does that page look like? Well, it looks just like this. All right, this is the page that has your free funnels on it. So if you want those free survey funnels, meaning if you want this funnel and this funnel and this funnel and this funnel and that funnel all for free, you can get them right here on this page very easily. All right, which is at that website address that I just gave you. I'm going to give you the password for it in just a little bit, in just a few seconds. First thing to pay attention to is our Facebook alerts. You'll want to make sure you're on our Facebook alert list. We let you know when the webinar is starting and any kind of special things for the Success Connection you can get right here on our Facebook alerts. We don't send out a bunch of spam messages or anything like that. Makes no sense not to do it. Second thing is you have to have ClickFunnels. If you want all of these pages right here, you will have to have the ClickFunnels software. ClickFunnels is the software that I use to build my business. It's the software I suggest that you use to build yours only because I can help you along the way. You can try a million other things, but I can't help you with a million other things. If you choose to get ClickFunnels, you can click this link right here on this page and you can get a free trial for 2 weeks. So if you're brand new, you've never used this, this was your first Success Connection, you're thinking, I want to do this, but I need to learn a little more. You can try ClickFunnels out for 2 full weeks. It's not going to cost you anything, and you can cancel it if you don't love it. To date, we have literally one of the highest stick rates of any ClickFunnels members, and it's because everybody on here that's been doing this for years knows this is great. This is not a sales pitch or anything like that. Yes, ClickFunnels cost money. It's not free, and I don't own it. But it's the only way that you can then literally click this download button right here and have all these funnels put into your account completely free, done for you just like that, and they're yours. You can get funnels 1 through 3, funnels 4 through 7, funnels 8 through 11, all the way down here. You get all those free. There's 11 funnels. But down here is where you're going to get the solo ad funnels, all right? And that's where you're going to find these new ones from tonight is the solo ad funnels. So the solo ad funnels are available right here. It says download now. The link only works until midnight. At midnight, this link quits working. So midnight tonight, it quits working. So if you don't have ClickFunnels and you're not a ClickFunnels user, don't click that link until you've basically gotten a ClickFunnels account and logged into your ClickFunnels account. It will not work if you just click it, okay? You have to have ClickFunnels and you have to be logged into ClickFunnels in order for this link to work, all right? Is everybody good with me on that? Just say yes. How many of you are getting ClickFunnels tonight? Just type the word yes in, or no, type the word or the number 4 in, right? I always like to do this because that tells me how many new people are on here. All right, so we got quite a few new people tonight. Well, welcome. I hope all of you have enjoyed the Success Connection tonight. There's 1,000 people on here. Probably 900 of them have ClickFunnels by now because I've given so many. You can see it. There's not just these funnels. There's 11 other funnels with built-out pages. It's probably seriously 65, maybe more, maybe 100 pages that we've built in ClickFunnels that we literally give you with a click of a button. All you got to do is go through here and click on it. And we give you other stuff too. Email swipes and, videos and all kinds of stuff that you can use for your business. It's all free. Doesn't cost you anything. As long as you have ClickFunnels, you can use this yourself very, very easily. So awesome resource for all of you. So one last thing that I'll tell you before I give you the password to this page, which I'm going to give you in just a second. So remember, next week, we're going to open up the mobile opt-in access for you guys. We're going to go through a full demo. We're going to give mobile opt-in away completely free to somebody next week when we start the webinar. So be on early because I'm going to ask you a couple of questions and then boom, I'm going to give somebody mobile opt-in completely free. And we are going to start our mobile domination workshop series where we talk about mobile traffic, where we talk about paid lead generation, and where we teach you to build your list and to profit off what is growing leaps and bounds right now, which is people using the internet on mobile devices. This is where there's big money to be made, and we're going to help you do it. All of that is happening next week right here on the Success Connection. But this week, and for right now, the most important thing you can do is write down this password so that you can get access to this completely free. Because, of course, all of us want access to this completely free. So the password for tonight, which happens to also be the keyword for tonight. So we do a Invest in You giveaway. I give you the keywords, and of course the password for tonight is also the keyword for that Invest in You giveaway. It's a $5,000 giveaway. It's coming up soon, so make sure you write this down and save it, put it on a sticky note on your computer so that you don't lose it, so that you'll be able to give this password to me when we announce the $5,000 Invest in You winner, which could potentially be you. The password for tonight is better. The password for tonight is better. Why is it better? It's because I started thinking about it as I was planning to teach this tonight, and I said there's a better mousetrap if you do a better job than anybody else. So if you take the time to build those pages like I told you to do and build them specific to the traffic source, you get better conversions. And you get better conversions because you have a better mousetrap, right? You have a better optimization for that traffic. If you think a little better, know a little better, do a little better, you'll get a little better results. And that is the reason why I chose the password and the keyword better for tonight. So if you want to get access to these funnels completely free, it ends tonight at midnight. All you've got to do is go to that link. You can see it on the screen, go.vsc.com/funnel, type in the password better. First thing you need to do is get ClickFunnels if you don't already have it, and then scroll down the page, click on the funnel links. It'll instantly put them into your account. You'll have them completely free, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. I will be live tonight on Facebook. All you've got to do is go onto my Facebook page. You can see that it says Facebook Cash Giveaway there. Go onto my Facebook page and leave some comments under this Facebook Live. So we're live on Facebook right now. Go leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought about tonight's training. Give me a rating 1 through 10. Just leave as many comments as you possibly can. We're going to select a cash prize winner and announce it here in the next 5 to 10 minutes right on Facebook. So we're going to give away a $100 cash prize, maybe a couple $100 cash prize. All you've got to do to qualify to win is go on my Facebook page, leave me some comments on our Facebook Live from tonight, and of course, we will make sure to hook you up and announce a cash prize winner. So I hope you all have enjoyed tonight. I hope you have a great weekend, a safe weekend, and a productive weekend. And I look forward to seeing you all right here next week on the Success Connection, where we're going to go over mobile domination. We're going to give away mobile opt-in to somebody, which is crazy. We're going to go through the mobile opt-in software and give you an access opportunity if you so choose to use it. Otherwise, you're just going to learn a ton. And then we're going to start our entire mobile domination workshop series. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a blast, and I look forward to having you here with me. For all of you that have left me comments and prayers and notes about my dad, thank you so much. It means the world to me. We're definitely struggling as a family. Right before I was on this webinar, I was having another one of my breakdowns. So, you know, it's part of life, unfortunately, and very, very hard moment in time for our family. But thankful to be able to continue to do what I do and to do what I'm doing for you guys and with you guys, and really thankful for your prayers and your outreach and the things that you all have done for me and for our family during this time. So it's been a blessing, and we're certainly thankful, and I'm humbled by it. So I appreciate it so much, and I look forward to seeing you all right here next week, same place, same time, on the Success Connection. Now, do what you got to do. Do your homework. Get ClickFunnels if you don't have it. Get all the free funnels. Go to my Facebook page. Leave us some comments, and we'll see you next week. Talk soon, everybody.